Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are creating background papers to go inside your journal kit, and I've just opened up a few images like we did yesterday. I've also made sure I'm in expert mode and that my layers panel is open. Go into File and New and click Blank File. Today we're going to ensure that we've got pixels selected on both the height and the width, and that our height and our width are both 500. The resolution can stay as 300, colour mode is RGB colour, and the background contents are transparent. Click OK, and we have our first sort of palette background ready to paint on, I was going to say. Ready to paint our palette of images. Okay, so we have our background. At this point, I'm going to start by moving my image into the center. I've got these images down here in my photo box, my photo bin, and I'm just going to resize them. I'm going to put this one into the center. That's really important. You need your first image to be in the center of your design. After that, I'm going to put this beautiful butterfly over the top. Like so. Just make that slightly bigger. There we go. And at this point, because I've used two images, you may have just used one, I'm just going to quickly group these together, which I showed you yesterday. Now I've done that, I want to be able to make sure that I've got a seamless pattern all the way over my pages. To do that, the first thing I need to do is come up to Layer. Whoops, let's just make sure that's selected first of all. Make sure your image is selected. Into Layer, Simplify Layer. That just means that I can now play around with that. And then I go up to Filter, down to Other, Across, and click on Offset. Now this is going to bring up some already defined areas and defined amounts, and I just want you to make sure that it's got 250 in horizontal and 250 in vertical. You also need to make sure that the wraparound button is actually pressed. Click OK. Now what you can see is the pattern has repeated and it goes across the design. This is really important to make sure you get a continuous flow across your page. You'll see what I mean in a moment. I'm going to go back to my photo bin and I'm just going to create a pretty little image for the center. Bring that stamp in, click OK. I'm going to bring up this beautiful flower. I'm going to just choose the size. And I'm just going to put it in front of that stamp. Again, making sure that I always click that green tick button. And then I have another butterfly. And I'm just going to take the butterfly, I'm just going to rotate it a little. I'm just going to change the size. I'm just going to put this butterfly here. Again, at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to group those three. If you've only used one image, you don't need to do this part, but I'm just going to group them all together again. There we go. Now once I've done that, what I need to do is turn this into a design that can be repeated on a page. So to do that, I'm going to come up here on the Layers panel and I'm going to click on Create New Fill or Adjustment Layer. Then I'm going to come down to Pattern and I'm going to go OK. Now my pattern is completely saved inside the system. So what I need to do now is File, New. I'm going to use Blank File. I'm going to just use my normal paper size of A4. Click, oh hang on, let's make sure that that's transparent. And click OK. And then I'm going to make this pattern go all over my page. Just increase that a little bit. There we go. Once again, I'm going to go up to here and I'm going to click on Pattern. And there you have it. It's found the last one that I created. Now if your pattern looks a little bit too small on your paper, you can actually increase the size. There we go. And I quite like it that size because I can see all the images on there. But what I don't like is the background. So to change this, I'm going to come up to the same button and I'm going to click on solid color. And at this point I get up my beautiful color picker. So you can click on any color here, and I think I'm going to click on a yellow because yellow is a fantastic opposite color for lilac. I'm just going to click OK. Now at the moment the fill layer is above my pattern, so I'm just going to move that pattern up, and straight away you can see that I've made my beautiful background paper. Let's just enlarge that for you so you can see. There we go. So the image we created is now completely over the page in a pretty pattern. And it's really as simple as that. Just those few steps and you too can create beautiful background pages. If I decide to change the color again, I should be able to, let's just double click. Yeah, you double click on the layer and say I decide that I want a turquoise color. You can see if I move this dialog box out of the way, that's what I've got. I could change it to blue, and you can see you could just change all of the colors until you get the one that you like. Okay, the green looks pretty lovely as well. So just play around with the colors until you get one that you love, and then you can obviously save the page in exactly the same way. There we go. So I'll just click on my current one, click OK, and we're back to where we were before. Alright my lovelies, I hope that has inspired you to have a go at creating your own background paper. Until next time, craft yourself happy. Bye bye.